I only specialize in what I call the really great bubbles.
What is going on YouTube? It's Brendan from Market Makers. Big show for you today. Guys, yesterday's S&P video, the S&P equity videos will be out Sunday and Wednesday, Bitcoin and Ethereum on Monday and Thursday. We staggered it intentionally because so many of you were saying you weren't getting notifications for all the different videos. So that's the schedule. If you want to see the macro view, watch yesterday's video. I'm going to get into a little bit today as it affects Bitcoin. Tomorrow is a huge date with the CPI coming out. There is at least a coins flip chance, it's going to come in higher than the street expects. So I'm going to give you some key updates. Guys, this video today is going to be provided by BingX. We brought in BingX. It's basically a skin of BitGet, guys. You don't need a VPN. If you're on our BitGet and you love it, then just stay there. But anybody who wants to join BitGet this year from any single YouTube personality, you have to use a VPN. It's a deal breaker for some people. BingX wants you to try out their platform. So for a Valentine's promotion, they're going to pay for your first month's membership at Market Makers. So if you guys have been thinking about joining Market Makers, all you have to do is download BingX on our link. Okay, that's the only way we can see that you downloaded it, is if it's on our link. And then use the Telegram and the video description and message Lee. He will get you set up in the room for a free month where we post trades for all the different marketplaces. Obviously, we have scalps in crypto, swing trades, equity trades, commodity trades. You guys will really enjoy the room, so you can take advantage of that offer from BingX. And let's go ahead and jump into the charts, guys. Looking at this, this is my Dante's Descent, right? So I updated you on this the other day again. We're trying to figure out what this current price action is because our pivot dates have all hit. And the previous pivots gave us these monster trades, 64% drop that I shared on YouTube, 28% drop. And what is this pivot? This pivot went to the upside. So I showed you this last time when I was analyzing this. And I found a key pivot in the S&P that is scheduled to hit tomorrow. And Bitcoin looks like it might be leading here because I showed you this last time, but we have this 86 bars, right? Our mini box here. The previous ranges were all about 140 bars. We have this 86 bars, and watch what happens if I drag this out from our low to our high. 85 bars. This is what I showed you last time. Now, when you look at this, how could we find this bottom for Bitcoin on the Dante's Descent? Well, let's go to our low in the box range, back up to the high, 59 bars. Do you see that? Now watch what happens here. So if we go from our high, now granted, this high has not been defeated yet. This is 24,254. If this stays the high, especially if the CPI comes in hot tomorrow morning, you're going to see everything dump. So if this stays the high, check this out. Going to our bottom date for the next pivot, 59 bars, 59 bars, 86 bars, 85 bars. Market symmetry. The market likes to move in symmetrical patterns. When you can decode the patterns, you can get a leading edge in the marketplace. That's what this is all about, guys. Getting an advantage, taking in every advantage you can to profit and make money. This would have you still making your Bitcoin bottom on April 2nd, Sunday, April 2nd, if this pattern holds true. If CPI is hot tomorrow, guys, this is dumping even more. CPI comes in lower than expectations, you could see a rally back up and potentially take out this high. And then we have to see if there's a new pattern that forms. But again, tomorrow is also a key pivot date in the S&P. Lots of information, lots of patterns to watch for, but I find this fascinating. We had this 140 bar pattern repeating for all these monster trades, and the market being a living, breathing organism, looks like it's forming a new pattern, the 86 bars, 85 bars. So you have 86 from high to low, and 85 from low to high, and a 59 bar subset from your low to your high. And here would be your 59 bars from your high to your potential low on April 2nd. Okay, market symmetry. Beautiful, beautiful thing. Kepler's triangle. Man, I hope some of you guys took this trade, and I hope it made you a lot of money, because we were talking about it for a long time. As you guys know, posted this trade in the Discord. We also called this pump before it happened, a week before it happened. I even tweeted about it. So guys, if you're wondering about all trade updates and stuff, that's all on the Discord. I post these trades. I give updates to the trades. We have professional traders there that post their trades as well. But I shared this trade with you, and specifically when we hit above 24K, I told you this is an excellent opportunity to put on a short, and boy was it, because right now you have an 11% drop in Bitcoin. That CPI comes in hotter, guys, you're going down lower, okay? CPI comes back up or comes in lower, you could see this wave back up, and you have to watch for that proverbial double top action. So this has been a fantastic trade, very high performance pattern. We're going to go ahead and look at this as well here on a clean 3-day chart, okay? 3-day chart. So let's look at this, a couple different things here. If we want to get our market symmetry move here, let's take the swing high up here, down to this impulse low, up to that swing high. Now we're going to take our triangles and look at the ratios. I think this is going to be a symmetrical move of almost 100% here on the triangle. So that's 902, and this would take you down to just about 100, as you can see here on my screen. And so guys, when you look at this, this calls for Bitcoin to retrace to 14,510, which would be a new market low. Again, this is a pattern. Patterns are leading edge indicators in a sense in the marketplace, because this is where it's telling you with price. And if you have a pattern such as we do for April 2nd, where it could be in the time as well. Okay, so April, let's just put it out here, April 1st, because it's a 3-day chart. This is what I'm looking at for Bitcoin to come down to 14,510. Can it go shallower? Of course it can. Can it go deeper? Yes, of course it could. That would give you your 12K down at the 1272. Okay, so these are all important things to watch, but the important thing is always getting your entrance, right? This is why we shorted up here, posted that trade in the Discord as well, above 24K. And look at this drop. So if we do get a continuation event tomorrow with a CPI that's not well received by the market, you're going to see this pull down further. And if you want some immediate targets on Bitcoin, because that was a fib projection and you haven't even got to the 382 yet, you can take your fib retracement, guys, and just go from this first low here, where you've started your range, up to your high in the range. And you can see you're falling below the 486 at 21,504. Next key level of supports is 618 at 20,496, 786 at 19,2, and then the 100% retracement at 17,5. So let's see if this is going to keep dropping. I would look for the 618 to provide some good support at 20,496. And I'm telling you, it's going to come down to what the CPI does. JP Morgan just released a memo. So I've been over this in the SPX videos, but just to share this with you guys as well. I know many of you watch both videos, but JP Morgan just advised clients that they think the market top is in. So they're advising them to not go long in stocks right now. Now that's different than just saying stocks are overvalued. They're saying the market top is in. As you guys know, watching my S&P videos, we have the ability to go up to 4,300-ish range. But again, if the CPI comes in hot, guys, that thing is just going to dump, and then you have to watch the retest around 3,900 of the trend line, okay? So for Bitcoin being a risk asset, it's going to move with these markets. Remember, Bitcoin is moving at a 0.94 correlation to the NASDAQ. Very strong correlation. A 1 correlation is a perfect correlation. So if the markets turn down more, you're going to see Bitcoin come down. Now, typically on these CPI days, you're seeing it in the S&P, the market's being pushed up some. You got retail FOMO coming in. So it's all going to come down to that number, if it's going to pivot out to the upside or just continue the waterfall to the downside. So just something you guys all should watch. Let's go ahead and move this to the daily time frame. Again, 56% pump, guys, 57% pump from your low to your high that you made, okay? And again, remember, we went over this with the Caterpillar back here in this range. early January, mid-January. I told you I was expecting this wave up. We exceeded my Gartley pattern that I had drawn here for you guys. And then we had the Kepler's triangle, and we had this pump up here that we called for. And guys, we got up here, and you can see what's happening in the channel, right? This is volatility expansion. You're not going to have a big move to the upside. You need tight contraction, breakout volume, your 3 sigma volume bar to get these types of moves, okay? So you can wave up and down in this area here in volatility, but I'm telling you, if the markets pull down with a hot CPI, you're going to see Bitcoin dump, okay? And just look at this is on a 50-day trend. This is my triple layered Bollinger Band, the Market Maker's Caterpillar. It is one of the free indicators that you get when you join our room. Look where that band is. You see that second standard deviation? 14,434. Remember where our target is. 14,5, okay? So we have 14,5. Oh, I took away the fibs already. 14,5 and 14,434. Very important to watch, okay? Because that tells me this is where price can easily come down to. And again, that would be a new low in Bitcoin. So let's get rid of this and let's look at a couple of things here. So on your daily time frame, we had our mini cough structure. That was your up thrust there above 24K, which was a good reason to short it. And as you can see, we did what I was told you there was a possibility to do, guys. Make your up thrust, make your lower high. You basically made a double top here, and now you're ranging below your Wyckoff range, trying to hold this range. And basically price is just waiting to see what happens tomorrow. So if you are, let me get rid of these moving averages. Notice this is your 50 crossing your 200, which everybody's excited about. Now in the weekly time frame, you're going to get a death cross. But you know, people get excited about this, and I preach this all the time because I want you guys to be able to pursue financial freedom. And you have to understand, lagging indicators do not matter. They don't matter in price ranges of high volatility because this took so long. You missed the whole 57% pump if you're waiting for this cross of the 50 and 200. You missed the whole pump. You have to understand how to use leading indicators to find these moves, because this now, if with a hot CPI, this is just price will drop below it, and then you're going to have time. It's going to take time to roll over and time to come down, and you could be on your next pump by that point, okay? So this is really just a frame of reference. It's good to know where algorithms are trading. If you do want to use some smaller indicators on the daily time frame, specifically the volume weighted 5 and the volume weighted 21, okay? These are volume weighted. Again, everything I do pretty much is adheres to volume at some level. These are volume weighted. You can see that you got your cross here, your bullish cross, and now you got your bearish cross right here for your 5 and 21, and you would have caught this dump, okay? And again, this is specifically on the daily time frame, which is where I do most of my trading. You guys can experiment with this, but the faster moving averages, and again, having that correlation to volume is very important to me. But you could see this gives you some confluence here for this downturn as well. The problem with using faster moving averages is you get a lot of signals sometimes when you have choppy markets. So just be aware of that. But again, this is Fractal Trade 15. Come on, TradingView. This is Fractal Trade 15. He programs our indicators for us. He's a member in the room, and these are free on his TradingView site. You can get those. Fractal Trade 15. These are called TGMA, Trend Gradient Moving Averages. You can adjust the color, and they change color as they move in bullish or bearish directions. So let's look at the daily here as well. MFI is straight bearish. Again, on this pump up, you can see we had that nice pump up. We got overbought. On the 3-day chart, we got overbought for the first time since the all-time high. And then since then, you've been flirting with the median line, and now you fell below the median line. And that's where price is residing right now. Let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum on a 3-day chart. Just like with Bitcoin, you can take your fib retracement, guys, from this low up to your high, and you can see your immediate support levels of 46 at 1470, 618 at 1318, 786 at 1125. The 100% retracement will get you back down to 878. But let's look and see if we have any pattern here as well on Ethereum. And let's take our triangles. And actually, let's take our trend-based fib first. Let's go from the swing high. down to the impulse low, up to that high. And I'm looking, as I shared with you guys last time, at 760, okay? Looking at 760, and let's go ahead and draw this out here with our triangles and see what these ratios are. This is 674. You know, it's going to be a little bit further up than 618, obviously, which the reciprocal ratio would be 1618. So this would get you about 1.483, and that's 760. And again, if our bottoming pattern holds true, you're looking at April 2nd, right, and that date, April 1st. This is a 3-day chart. So there you go. April 1st candle. This would be the movement you're looking at for Ethereum. 760 obviously would be a new low as well. And remember, price moves in waves, and this is just a pattern with a target. So we have to see what happens with the CPI. That's going to be the big catalyst driver, guys. If that CPI comes in low, you can see more upside to these markets. And again, we have no purview as to what the CPI is going to do. Now, the street is expecting 6.2. The Fed's predicting 6.35, so they're already above the street level. So we'll see what happens with that. If it does come in hot, then watch for this to drop even further. And let's look at our 3-day indicator. You got overbought on your 3-day chart, just like you did on Bitcoin. So again, perfect time for retracement. CPI comes in low, maybe you hold one of these levels, and then you can move back up. Looking at this on the daily, just pulling a trend, a fib projection here from your swing high down to this impulsive low. You can see you're banging your head on the 618 at 1664, and that's where you lost the battle. Last time I put this in Wyckoff as well for you guys. You can see on your MFI, your money flow index, you were overbought this whole time. You see this? You were overbought on this candle, right? And then price continued to go up as money flow continued to go down, money leaving the asset. This is a volume weighted RSI, and that's why you have price retracement right now. And if we look at this on the daily chart, do something like this. Again, you can see if we look at our 5 and 21 volume weighted, you can see you got a nice signal right here, bearish cross, and then you got your sell-off. One of the only useful shorter term indicators that I like for moving averages anyways. But you have that signal. And if you look at this too, you have, you know, this, again, just looking at this from a mini-cough perspective, you have something like this, right? So that was your top of the range. You were trying to bob your head around here, your 618 being a key retracement level as well. And this could be your bottom of the range right here. Click there. There you go. And this is that back test, guys. It looks like you're back testing the bottom of your range. And if you continue to fall down, watch for the further down targets to be hit, okay? CPI comes in low, this could reverse and you come back into your range. But that 618 at 1664 is providing you very, very strong resistance. All right, guys, like, subscribe, and definitely think about checking out BingX. Join our room for free when you download BingX. And just message Lee in the Telegram. Guys, hope to see you in the room. Look forward to talking to everybody. And tomorrow is no video. Tomorrow's Tuesday, but watch PAL. Wednesday will be the SPX video, and then Thursday, the Bitcoin update as well. Everything is riding tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow is going to be an interesting day. Could be some big action going on. Talk to you guys next video. Take care, everybody.